Hello lovely ladies, in this video we are going to have a really interesting long stiletto nail correction. We'll be reinforcing the nails with liquid polygel. I'll share with you how I do the leveling, and of course we'll create an incredibly delicate design. So be sure to watch the video till the end. I'm Anna and let's get started. And here's a little hack for creating a true stiletto shape rather than just a pointed almond shape. I use a drill to trim the left side, thus reducing the length and enhancing the stiletto effect. Then I remove the old cording, leaving about 20% of what was there. I work with a carbide bit with a red stripe at speeds of 19 1000 RPM. I follow a specific pattern to remove the material and then proceed to smooth it out. I believe those who follow me regularly are already familiar with this method, but I'll remind those who don't know it yet. Smoothing out the material is done to minimize the amount of filing we'll need to do later with the nail file. Essentially, we're creating a smoother surface, and this has a significant impact on the future coating. If you know why and how, please write it in the comments so that other ladies can also learn our secrets. Here's another tip related to removing such length. Hold the client's finger firmly, as at this length, the drill bit often starts to vibrate, causing discomfort. If that doesn't help, you can try adjusting the RPM speed. This is why I chose a drill bit with a red stripe. However, I've already covered all these details in a previous video where I talk about choosing the right drill bit for different situations. Moving on to a very important step, opening the cuticle pocket. There are nuances here too. Many are afraid to open the cuticle pocket because they worry it might be painful for the client. I completely understand that feeling. But what happens if the cuticle pocket isn't properly opened? In a combined or machine manicure, you won't be able to clean it thoroughly, and the cuticle edge won't be neat either. Additionally, this can lead to poor adhesion of the nail product and lifting. So, we adopt a different approach and communicate with the client. We ask them to inform us if they feel discomfort or pain. And the most important aspect is practice. The more you practice, the faster your fears will dissipate. Meanwhile, we are shaping the nail. We are filing the left side while aligning the right side to ensure symmetry between the nails. For cuticle work, I'm using a flame-shaped bit with a blue stripe, and I'm working at 12,000 RPM. To achieve a clean manicure and an even cuticle edge, it's important to set up proper lighting so you can see what's happening during the cuticle work. Don't forget about the sinuses. Cleaning them thoroughly helps prevent lifting in the future. Finally, I turn out the cuticle to make using scissors easier. Now, here's a question for the attentive ones. Do you think it's better to trim the cuticle with a cuticle pusher or with scissors? Feel free to share your answers in the comments while I move on to dehydrating the nails and preparing for the application. We thoroughly clean the nail surface, removing any dust that might interfere. Then, we apply a dehydrator to slightly dry the nails, followed by Ultra Bond. Remember, give Ultra Bond 20 to 30 seconds to evaporate before applying the base coat for the hard material. Since the layer is thin, I apply the base coat to 2 nails at once, and as I proceed, I can apply it to all 4 nails. This significantly speeds up the process for the nail technician. Once we've dried the base coat, we can move on to the gel application. First, I completely coat the nail, and then I place a drop of gel and use a fine brush to distribute it across the nail. Don't forget to turn the finger for even application. This is crucial to prevent the gel from running to the sides and causing the nails to resemble croissants. Quickly cure it in the lamp. I cure the gels for about 1.5 minutes since they are a hard material and include an even layer. Now, just observe the process. After curing the gel, my client and I decided to apply a thin layer of milky top coat. The goal was to add softness to the color without covering it entirely. I applied the top coat to 2 nails simultaneously and cure them in the lamp for 1 minute. Well, let's get started with our long-awaited design. When the client showed me the design idea, I immediately said, yes, let's do it. It's going to be a white marble design, and you'll see how stunning it looks on this smoky nude base. To begin, I apply a thin layer of top coat to the ring finger nail without curing it. On my palette, I've already mixed a drop of top coat with white gel polish. I load a fine brush with the mixture and with a steady hand create chaotic stripes. The key is to avoid making them perfectly straight. Another trick for marble designs is to always mix colors with top coat. This helps the colors spread faster and the pattern will be more beautiful. Another piece of advice is to give the patterns time to spread and blend. Now I'll give you some time again to enjoy the process. After that, of course, we cure this beauty and apply a top coat. At the end of the entire procedure, I do some filing to make the nails even thinner and more elegant. Then I go over the shape once again with a file and voila, the client is happy. And of course, so am I. The most important thing is that we executed the intended design. And just look at this delicate design. It's like a cloud of cotton candy. The nails turned out incredibly delicate. So what do you think, ladies? Do you like it? Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave likes, it really motivates me to create more videos. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of useful and interesting content here. This is Anna and I'll see you in the next video.